guys, it's Ahmer here. So today we have another pickups video for you. This one has a very special item at the end of this video that I'm just so thrilled. It's for the Xbox 360, this massive store display item that I have the perfect place for. And then onto tons of video games here. Most of these I scored at secondhand places like Goodwill, thrift stores, and just some other areas along near me. And then we have tons of PlayStation and Xbox items here. So let's go ahead and see what I got. So first up, we'll just go ahead and show off some of the only Nintendo items that I scored here. So of course these are just some of your common Wii games. They're just some that I did not have for the collection. They were at Goodwill. A lot of these were about $2 or so, and then they were on sale. So we have this Hasbro Family Game Night 2. So this one has tons of those little board game style games here. Then we have Minute to Win It. We have this Nerf, and this is the End Strike. Then we have Deer Drive. Then some Dance Dance Revolution, which will definitely go great for the workout series as I plan on getting back on track with that. And then this Go Diego Go Great Dinosaur Rescue. So these are just some of those filler titles, very complete, so I figured I would just add those and kind of get those out of the way. Now if we move on to some of these games right here, we'll go ahead and save some of these Xbox items for the last segment of this video. So all of this stuff right here we'll just put to the side. So here we have one PlayStation 1 game. This is Asteroids. So this one right here I added to the game collection. Just a classic spin on that old video game from back in the day. So I'm excited to try that one out. And then onto these games. A lot of these I actually found at a Goodwill. Some were found at some thrift stores and some were found on the inexpensive wall of one of my favorite video game stores. So this is NFL Street. So this is one that I did not have. I needed to go ahead and complete the set. We have Jak 3, which is a classic. This is a great game to go ahead and play. Pretty much the entire series of this Jak and Daxter is definitely a great one to play on the PlayStation 2. This one is another one of my favorites as well, SSX3. So I really like this series as well. This is so much fun, such a great fun snowboarding game. I just love the music and everything, and of course I just keep singing Tricky in my head as I remember playing these back in the day. And then of course another one. So this right here is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Loved playing this whole series growing up. This is another great one in the set. I love this one especially. I love the underground versions of the games as well, and of course I still have to play the remaster of 1 and 2. So this is definitely a great one to add as well. Then on to some Pac-Man. We have Pac-Man World 3. So it says, "It's your world, eat it." So I'm not really too sure how this plays in comparison to the original, which I love. So this one probably has like this 3D effect to the game and just probably has a different spin on things. And then this one was a clean copy of Karaoke Revolution Presents American Idol, which I will probably never play this game, but I needed to add it. Then we have NHL 07, which is one of the hockey games that I was actually missing in the set. Then this one right here, I had no idea about this game, but the second that I saw it, I was pretty excited to look into it. It says 187 Ride or Die, so I thought this was a pretty interesting. It says Drive, Blast, Rule, relentless and over-the-top car acrobatics, starring all of these people. It says, "This ain't no friendly drag race, this is street racing war." So it even has soundtrack by Gorilla Black, and it just looks like this pretty crazy kind of all-out brawl in this game. So I thought this would be a great one to add to the collection as I knew nothing about it, and I'm really looking forward to this. And then this I actually saw at my local game store for just a couple dollars. This is a PAL version of this game. This is Robot Warlords. So I don't really know too much about it, but it says Japan, August 2002. Rogue factions within the armed forces have taken control of the latest in weapons technology, bullets, and have declared a state of martial law. So this one looks very interesting, and it comes with this big instruction manual, and then of course we have this game disc, which is very different than our game disc since it is a PAL version. So I'll have to get some gameplay, and this just looks really cool. It says 3D levels modeled on real Tokyo locations and just all kinds of stuff in here. So this looks really fun. Then the Sega Superstars game. So this right here, instead of just playing your favorite Sega games, you're in them. So this is compatible with the iToy. So of course it has all of these interactive style things with all of these different Sega games. So it looks like we have some Virtua Fighter, we have some Crazy Taxi, just Nights into Dreams, just some other games on here. So this actually looks pretty fun. It says, race with Sonic, collect bananas and Super Monkey Ball, go toe-to-toe with Virtua Fighters, and make the samba rhythm with Samba de Amigo. So it says across 12 games, across a variety of genres. So this actually looks really cool. Then we have some Killzone, which I did not have in the collection. I have some of the others in the series. I believe I played it on the PlayStation 3. So this is a pretty cool one. Then we have this Pac-Man Fever game. It's the Battle of the Namco Stars. So it looks like a kind of all-out party style game with all of these other classics. And then we have this Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which I think I have this on the Wii. So it says, harness the power of the dinosaurs. Over 50 different missions and challenges in 9 worlds. Control 18 different Zords. Ability to switch between Zords in mid-mission. Awesome Megazord battles. So this actually looks pretty fun. Then we have this Wave Rally game. Big Waves, Big Air. Then another iToy game. We have this Operation Spy. Be the ultimate secret agent. Then some 007. We have Agent Under Fire. Another fun game. I loved playing the James Bond games. I loved playing Nightfire, so that one's among one of my favorites, as I love playing with 4 players, and then of course you would play with the little AIs that they have. So this series, all of these James Bond games are so much fun. Then we have Aero Elite Combat Academy, so a little airplane style game. Then we have some Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Squad-Based Battlefield Combat, the game of the year. Now for the PlayStation 2 Entertainment System. Then some Need for Speed Underground, one of my favorites. I love playing Underground and Underground 2. Just love the soundtrack. It's such a fantastic game. I just love drag racing and everything else in here. So this is definitely a keeper. And then this one, this is Choro Q. It says right here we have Burn Rubber Baby. So these are these little mini cars, and you kind of race around. 2-player split screen, intense racing action over land and sea. And this actually looks really cool. It says 200 vehicles and endless customization and mini games. So this is pretty cool. Then this Midway Arcade Treasures. We have Defender, Gauntlet, Paperboy, Joust. Includes over 20 classic arcade games, even Spy Hunter and Rampage. So this is so cool. Has tons of these. I'll have to get some gameplay. This is definitely pretty sweet to have this collection. Then we have Crash and Burn, the most insane crash effects yet seen in a game. Then some Cabela's Big Game Hunter 2005 Adventures. And Burnout 3 Takedown. Don't fight traffic, destroy it. So this one is also another fun game. I love the Burnout series. Race the world, 40 tracks, 17 game modes, and 67 vehicles. Shift into overdrive, online, and full 6-player races. Which, we don't have that anymore. But this is still pretty sweet. So far, I definitely have crushed it with some of these PlayStation pickups. Now on to some of these PlayStation 3 games, and then we'll move on to these PSP games. So here for PS3, we have Batman Arkham Asylum. And this is pretty sweet. It says exclusive, play as the Joker challenge maps. So this one's pretty sweet. Love all of the Batman series as well. Then we have Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Live and Die by the Sword. Then we have Air Conflicts, Pacific Carriers. Then some Lego games, we have this one, the Pirates of the Caribbean, the video game. Then we have another Lego game. We have Harry Potter years 5 through 7. This is another Lego. Then this Guitar Hero Warriors of Rock. So this is one that I did not have in the collection, and I'm pretty excited to try out. We have some Medal of Honor. Another Guitar Hero game. We have World Tour. And then on to these PSP games. So we actually have two of these limited edition ones that I actually got from a guy who had tons of box Nintendo 64, and Super Nintendo games, where I just got the boxes. So these are from him. So here we have both of these, Fate Extra, and then we have this limited edition game. So both of these are pretty sweet, and these are both complete in here with all of the extras. Looks like they have these big art books, kind of pretty sweet, as it is a pretty large art book in this limited edition here. So this is definitely a cool one to have in the collection, and I'm pretty excited because it is complete. And then this one as well, Fate Extra, we have this. It looks like the game's actually sealed in here, so this is even better. So we have right here this little visual works, and this is the soundtrack. So this one comes with the soundtrack of this, and it even has some art on this side. So this is definitely pretty sweet that it came with all of this, and it actually looks like the game in here is still sealed. So I'm very excited about that one. And then on to a couple more PlayStation portable games. We have Need for Speed Carbon in the City, which I did find at Goodwill for a good deal. And then we have Aliens vs. Predator. So this one actually looks really cool, and I was pretty excited to find that at a little yard sale. This is SpongeBob SquarePants, the Yellow Avenger. And then this one right here, Crazy Taxi Fair Wars. So I love this series. I love playing these games. I still need it on the original Xbox. So this is definitely one that I love playing on the Sega Dreamcast all the time. It's just so much fun, and I could definitely play this for hours and just have a blast. Just like in the arcade, if I ever see one of these games, definitely will have to come home with me, as I would love to have that in my house as well. And on to some of these Xbox games over here and Xbox items. So first of all, I saw this green controller for the, looks like Xbox 360. So this just plugs right into the system and it lights up. So this is actually really cool. I found it for just a few dollars. It's a little bit smaller than your average controller, so I figured I'd just add it to the game collection. And then this right here, we have this Fallout Vault Boy figurine, and a buddy of mine actually picked it up for me at a local thrift store, so I was pretty excited to add this one to the collection as well. And then on to the only Xbox One game in the lot. This is actually sealed. So here we have the Elder Scrolls Online Morrowind. So I'm pretty excited to add this to the collection. Not sure if I have it open or not. And then on to this big stack of original Xbox games. We have this Nickelodeon Party Blast. Get ready, it's the wildest party ever. I just love how it has all of these classic cartoons on here. Of course, we have some Rocket Power, SpongeBob action, Jimmy Neutron, we have the Rugrats, and the Wild Thornberries. So this is pretty cool. Looks like we have various characters in here. Choose your favorite Nicktoon star and let the multiplayer mayhem begin. So this actually looks pretty cool. Then we have this Cabela's Dangerous Hunt. The hunter has just become the hunted. Then some Star Wars Battlefront, Live the Battles. So I don't believe I have this one in the collection. I did play these growing up. I love the second one, so this is pretty sweet. Then some FIFA Street 2 action. Then some Outlaw Volleyball. This one says no shoes, no shirts, no mercy. 50 tour events, 10 extreme courts, and 16 outrageous characters. Then on to some more Tom Clancy games. These are always a favorite of mine as well growing up. I played a lot of these, and there's just so many of them. So this is Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. The Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, which was another fun one. Unreal Championship U. So this is actually a really fun series, some great games. I love playing these on the Xbox with some of the AI capabilities and the multiplayer. It was just so much fun, and I just loved playing the series. Then of course, another variant of this Halo Combat Evolved game. Some Conflict Desert Storm. And then all of these, actually a couple more games first. So here we have this Fable, which I love this series as well. I loved going through and playing first is good and then later is bad. So it says for every choice, a consequence. So I really like this style game. I just loved playing it back in the day, and it was definitely something that you could play through different each time. Then on to another Tom Clancy, Rainbow Six Lockdown. And then all of these little demo discs that I found at the thrift store. This one says Xbox Game Disc, Reckless, See the Power of Xbox, Playable Now, Amped, Dave Mirra BMX Racing 2, and Dead or Alive 3. So this is game disc number 5 of April 2002. A lot of these you could get in magazines and just other little things like that. Then we have this Conquer Live and Reloaded, and it has 7 all-new playable Xbox game demos. Forza, Motorsport, Star Wars Battlefront, ESPN, NHL 2K5, Outlaw Golf 2, Rocky Legends, and Explosive Hidden Demo. Then this Guitar Hero World Tour. This has 11 playable demos and 5 new gamer picks. So this is pretty cool. And it has all of these different games in here, like Feeding Frenzy 2, Guitar Hero, Mega Man 9, Pure, Seen It, and just some sports titles. Then this one right here, this is October 2008. Playable demos, Crash Time, Don King Presents Prize Fighter, Enemy Territory, Lego, Top Spin, Ninja Gaiden 2. So this has Lego, Indiana Jones, and the Original Adventures. And this one right here, we have 7 playable demos, and it has tons of other games on here, like Happy Tree Friends, Dragon Ball Z, Civilization Revolution, Penny Arcade Adventures, and Sea Life Safari. So this is pretty sweet. So first up, we have this little faceplate for the original Xbox 360. We have this Halo version, so I remember them adding tons of these different interchangeable faceplates, and this one's pretty sweet to add with all of my other Halo items. And then this box right here, I actually got from a buddy who ended up selling me this last item that I'm so thrilled about. This is Dark Souls for the Xbox 360, and this is a steelbook, so this is pretty cool. Just have to get it cleaned up. And of course on the inside it comes with the art book. I already have the game. It says bonus downloadable content, and you can go ahead and redeem that. And then this pretty sweet art book. So this is definitely pretty sweet to add to the game collection, as this is another limited edition item, as I do have some of the collector's editions for this game. I have some of the pretty awesome little statues and figures that they made for this. So this will definitely go great on display with some of the other steelbooks that I have. Then we have this Medal of Honor limited edition. Then this The Hip Hop Dance Experience. So this one will be another little fun game to add to the workout challenge that I desperately have to get back to filming. And then we have this Mercenaries 2 World in Flames. So this is a great game, so much chaos. It says Payback Mercenary Style. So the first one was great, and this one is pretty good too. Then we have this Halo 3. This is another variant of this game. So this is one of the PAL versions. So I found this at the thrift store, and then I realized it was a different version. Then we have this Far Cry 3, Journey into the Heart of Insanity. Then some Thrillville Off the Rails. So I loved all of these little theme park, roller coaster style games growing up. Played one of these on the original Xbox a lot. Then we have some Rock Band 2, the original Rock Band, Connect Joy Ride, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, then the Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed. So this one looks like a lot of fun. I'm not sure that I played this racing game, but I do love all of the Sonic characters, and some of the racing ones that I have played, especially on the channel, are so much fun. Then we have this little 2-pack. It's Pure and Lego Batman, the video game. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 that we have here, and it comes with both of the instruction manuals. So I thought that this was another great one to add to the collection as I'm trying to grow some of the games that I have and just trying to venture out and see which games I need for the collection and some that I really want to try out and play. And then before we get to the last and final item, which I'll probably need more room because it's so large, I scored both of these wireless guitars for just $1 or so at one of the local thrift stores. I believe these are for the PlayStation 2 and possibly the PlayStation 2 or PlayStation 3. So these are definitely pretty sweet to go ahead and play with some of these Rock Band games, some of these Guitar Hero games that I keep adding. You can never have too many of these guitars as sometimes the buttons end up sticking, and of course when you strum it, it kind of gets a little choppy as well. So I'm excited to add 2 of these wireless ones. I just need to find the adapter, which I think I have a whole box full of tons of extra parts for all of these Rock Band and Guitar Hero style games. So this is definitely pretty sweet. And then on to this pickup right here. So this is one of the main items that I was most excited about in this lot of pickups. So I actually got this from a buddy of mine who is a huge Halo fan. He pretty much has tons of rare and pretty awesome items, and he's had some amazing ones over the years. So we actually have this Halo Reach standee, and as you can tell, it's taller than me. So it's definitely about 5 foot, maybe a couple inches or so taller, because I am about 5'1", 5'2". So this thing is just so huge. It's just so amazing. We have all of these amazing characters and everything right on the front of this Halo Reach standee. It's not one that you see very often, and it's pretty cool that it has these little boxes in here to go ahead and replicate the game when it would come out. They'd probably have that on display kind of right near the counter, and they'd have these little boxes that look just like the game, so you know what you're ordering and you know what the box looks like. So this thing is just so cool. It says prequel to the Halo trilogy, Halo Reach, all of these characters at the bottom. Of course it says Xbox Live, Xbox 360, only on the Xbox 360, Microsoft. So it just has all of this amazing stuff on here. So let me go ahead and get some close-up shots and kind of overlay them as I'm talking. So this thing is just so beautiful. It comes in so many different pieces, and I have the perfect spot for it in the collection over by the Xbox 360 kiosk. So as you can tell, I scored tons of PlayStation, Xbox, and some Nintendo items over the past month of hunting out there at the thrift stores, flea markets, and Goodwill. So I have found some pretty amazing items for the PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, all of these PlayStation portable games, some of these limited edition ones with the art book and the soundtrack included. So that is just something that you don't see every day for some amazing deals. And I can't believe I found some of these games for only $1 or so. And then all of these Xbox items, we have that controller, the Xbox 360 faceplate, the steelbook, all of these other games here, and the Funko Pop, along with these controllers for the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. So these are just some amazing items, and of course you can't forget about that amazing Halo Reach standee for the Xbox 360 that I scored from a buddy of mine. He also did hook me up with this steelbook and this little display right here for this Borderlands 2 game. He even included tons of posters like Grand Theft Auto and some other ones that I do have to get framed. So I just have to get those properly framed so that I can go ahead and show those off and have them just well preserved over time. So of course, let me know in the comments below which item here is your favorite. Is that amazing Halo Reach standee that I have for the Xbox 360 over in my little corner with the Xbox 360 kiosk? Is it this faceplate, some of these games right here, these demo discs for the original Xbox, or some of these PlayStation items over here? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And of course, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Go ahead and check out my other videos and stay tuned for more.